Yo, 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 welcome to another edition of the Mo City Podcast, coming live from Mo City Studios in the heart of Mo City, Texas. It's your boy Chuck, and y'all know this the place where I try to politic with anybody from the Mo, anybody passing through the Mo, anybody just repping the Mo, or happen to be out here getting it popping, getting it cracking for whatever reason. And today I'm honored, man. Today I'm honored. I got a guy from the Mo, man, who's a lot younger than me. I ain't gonna say a lot younger than me, but a little bit younger than me. But I heard a lot about him. We got some mutual connections. He into music, man. I'm talking about a real entrepreneur out here, a real philanthropist. We'll get into that, homie, doing a bunch of giving back. Artists out here, and he talented, man. If you can go anywhere on the gram, anywhere on the Facebook, anywhere on your socials, look up The Real A-Dub, and you'll run into who I'm talking about. A-Dub, welcome to my spot, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Got you back in the building. Ain't seen you in a minute. Appreciate you pulling up and giving me some of your time, fam.
Appreciate you inviting me, brother.
I like the hat, fam. Love ink. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into all the inking and the whole inky gang in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But JT should have been here. TZ, where you at, fam? That's my engineer I was telling you about it. Y'all similar.
Okay.
He sleeved up tag. Last time I went there to get a tag with him, that boy was in there like, put it right here, fam. You know, trying to find a spot. You know what I'm saying? He inky. He trying to find a spot. So y'all, he definitely gang.
Yeah.
He definitely gang, man. So again, welcome to the Mo City Podcast, bro. So let's just politic for a minute, right?
All right.
I'm Willow Ridge, class of 97. I believe you came out of High Tower with the homie Champion them back around 04.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we talking real Mo City cat right here. So talk to me about coming up in Mo City, right? Like I was saying, I was 97 coming out of Willow Ridge. I'm Deuce Glen, Texas, Hunters Glen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
From all through Mo City Middle School, through my time at Willow Ridge High. Yeah. We just sold that crib, you know what I'm saying? I just bought a crib in Quill Valley. Yeah. See where my spot at. So I'm like, sold Mo City, right?
Yeah.
I believe I was in class with your sister. But I want to hear from your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like, how was it coming up? Because was you planning on going to the Ridge, and then all of a sudden, like, High Tower here, I got to go there?
Yeah, you know, we always plan to go in the course we already set out for. So really Ridge was what I expected. It's where I expected to go. But, you know, with zoning, it's like, what can you do? You go where they send you. We in school.
Exactly. Wherever this bus going to.
It's not a college. Wherever this bus going is where we going.
I'm getting on this bus. Okay, and that was Hunters Glen 5. Yeah, because Hunters Glen 5, and it's crazy because I remember when that was under development. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that was under development. It was definitely one of the newer parts of the Hunters Glen series. All right, so you still out in the Mo now?
Yeah, I'm still out in the Mo now.
Okay, that's what's up. So I got the Dubway Foundation up there.
Yeah.
That was where one of the first things I come to know you about. And then I saw you had Hunters Glen Park lit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hunters Glen Park was lit.
Yeah.
So if you can talk to me about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like what the foundation is and kind of what your goal is.
Okay, so when I was in prison, right, my thing was to like counteract everything wrong I did in this world. I come up, you know, just I went with my move every time. Whatever it was going on, whatever my homeboys had going on, I went with my move. So I sold a lot of evil and negativity in the world in my eyes. So when I was doing that 8 years in prison, I wanted to do something that
8 years stretch?
Yeah, straight.
What prison you was at?
I did my last 4.5 years on Jim Ferguson.
Okay.
But I went to about 8 different units over time. Yeah, they ship you. So
if you don't mind sharing what the timestamp this for me. Because you came out in 04, right? So this was after high school.
Yeah.
And so this was what, sometime?
I went to prison 2013. I got out in 2021, February.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome home, fam.
Man, I appreciate it, my brother.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's your vibe feel good. Yeah. So congratulations on that. Okay, so you ain't got to share with me too many details, but what type of charges this 8 year stretch? This wasn't nothing light. You know what I'm saying?
This was an implication in the aggravated robbery. So the conviction is on grounds of conspiracy. So if you do a crime right now and I don't call the police on you, and even if you say, look, Dub, I'm finna go do this to somebody, then by law in Texas, I'm just as liable for that crime as you are. So I ended up getting a 15-year sentence for aggravated robbery, and I did 8 years flat on it.
For knowing about it?
Yeah. I didn't even see it take place. Now, let me. It's a disclaimer right now.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of crime in my life, so I'm not playing innocent. I'm not playing victim. I just happen not to do what I went to prison for. But I paid my dues for everything I've done in life, so I don't have any qualms about it. It allowed me to evolve into my better self.
Man, look, that's the thing. I tell my young boys all the time. It's like, make sure you learn from it.
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna go through it, okay, you made the choice, you gotta deal with that. But make sure you learn from it. Don't just go through it and come out of it and you ain't grab the lesson.
Yeah, get some out the deal.
You gotta get some out of it. You gotta get some out of it. Okay, so came out. So that was interesting, right? Came out of high school and then a few years later, got caught up.
Yeah.
Got caught up and jammed up. So talk about this for a minute, just because you got insight on this. You said you did 8 straight at multiple locations, right?
Yeah.
And I say this because part of my target audience is the young boys.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I believe in mentorship. I believe in ministry.
I
believe in trying to pour in to suitable soil. Right?
Yeah.
Prison lifestyle is glorified right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in most of the music we hear is they make it seem cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then even on the street side of things, snitching has become the norm. You know what I'm saying? And so and all that's kind of related. You know what I'm saying? And so if you could share with me what it was really like. You know what I'm saying? Like because people don't. Like, I got my kinfolk, man. What up, Black did 11 straight fed. You know what I'm saying? I got my kinfolk Rob. He did a long stretch fed. You know what I'm saying? And so, and these is my close family. And so my pops was in and out. And so, and I did a short stretch. And so I got my own information, but I ain't never done 8. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never done that. I ain't never done that. And so, and I ain't know you like that, right?
Yeah.
And so I think if you could share with me, what that experience was like, you know what I'm saying? And especially with that mentality, like, man, I ain't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, especially for a Black man, the prison environment is not nothing you can't handle, especially physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe that the free world is more dangerous. There's more variables involved in the free world. You can get shot and killed or, run over by a car. So in prison, the danger is something you can identify at all times. It's the psychological warfare and turmoil that's a problem. That's what a lot of men can't handle. You can't handle every acquaintance you have, every conversation you have. It's a motive behind it. Positive or negative, you just never know. A simple conversation like this, I may be trying to get to that bottle of water, and I'll talk with you about your family, your dreams, your aspirations.
Just waiting on opportunity, or just waiting on me to whatever that look like.
I want that water. So every compliment you got to take with a grain of salt. It's nothing you can trust. You run a lot of men that's hungry, that's in turmoil. And when we knocked at our lowest, we do some of the worst things imaginable. You understand that? So it's the psychological warfare. And on top of that, missing your family, missing the prospect of happiness or being around
life going on outside.
Yeah. So mixed with all that, it's hard because everything needs to be judged and read. And that's a hard life to live when I can't have a conversation with you and all you want is you want to drink of my coffee or my liquor or something.
One thing my kinfolk shared with me, he said, Chuck, one of the hardest parts was when new niggas was coming in. He was like, because they come in with a whole new energy, a whole new group of information from the outside that nobody really know. And then they got the opportunity to really dictate what's true and what's false with this information as they introduce it to the cell, right?
Yeah.
And so he was like, when you there 11 years, you start seeing people come in, come out, you start hearing stuff. He was like, bro, that make you want to get out more.
Yeah.
Because you like, man, and so I could see
it's
that.
A window into the world. And another thing about the new guys coming in, that can be the worst thing that happened to you in prison because we have a code of conduct, principles, and standards. And I didn't understand this when I first got to prison because I'm just me. You know, I learned most of my respect as a man in prison because the lack of respect, it costs you dearly. So now when new guys come in, it's rules. It's rules we live by. So everything beyond those rules, it becomes a disruption of time. If you don't know not to flush your toilet at nighttime or, you pee and don't wipe the seat, this is a disruption of how I've been living my life for years. So new guys are really like shunned, like, oh, like we gotta school him, or it's gonna be a hard time. He don't understand, so he out for self. It's like driving a car in prison. We are operating for the whole, because everything affects everybody. If we're gonna lock down, everybody's hungry.
Yeah, we all on lockdown.
Yeah, we all on lockdown. So yeah, the new guys is that can cause a lot of problem down there.
And it's crazy. I was watching shout out to homie 19 Keys. I was watching his podcast the other day, and they was having a similar discussion about how cats return to prison, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is, it got certain group of gentlemen who thrive and excel in that environment, better than they do in the free world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's just due to the control.
Yeah,
right. It's way much more control in the controlled environment. You know what I'm saying, compared to being out in the free. And so they find themselves going back to prison when they get out because they need that control.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's their land, it's their domain, and it's a lot of times the ego thing. So see, when you evolve,
somebody in there.
Yeah, when you evolve, it's just like I was in the streets tough, but now I'm giving back to the community. I'm treating everybody with kindness and respect, whether I respect you or not. I'm treating you that way with kindness and respect, and it's a different outlook. So some men can't handle being looked at in a different light.
Facts.
You know, you might want somebody to be scared of you.
Facts.
But how scared are you of the guy that's giving out Christmas gifts and turkeys, that's living an humble lifestyle? And the ego wants, like, don't forget who I am. But that's the ego thing. So a lot of guys like to be in prison with the same lingo. They don't want to learn proper speech and grammar like I did. So, you know, that's shunned.
Take the time to read, take time to educate yourself while because I'm here.
Yeah.
Because I'm here.
So, you know, that's the environment. That's where they king at.
Okay, so we was talking about prison because I had asked about the Dubway Foundation, right? And how that kind of came about. And you mentioned, you know, coming out of prison and kind of different focus.
Yeah.
So let's pick up there.
Okay.
Right. And so you came out, appreciate you staying solid. You know what I'm saying? Standing on it, coming out with the different focus.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people come out with, I ain't gonna say intentions to go back in, but with no plan.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have no plan, then you planning to go back in.
You plan to go back anyway.
You know what I'm saying? And so you came out with a plan, obviously started a foundation. This is a real this is a nonprofit?
Yeah, official 501c.
Okay, so what's the call to action right now? If I was to put out a call, what you need to raise money, we need donations, you trying to get people give, like
when we get back to the title, it's a non-profit. So I don't sell anything, I don't make a profit or anything. So we always need donations. Me and Coach Reed, my brother Mike Hop, last night just went to Pasadena to give a family Christmas, a Christmas tree, a turkey, gifts, decorations, lights. So we always need donations because without that, there's nothing we can do. Besides our own pockets all the time, it's not enough for the entire community.
And so how can people like donate to the company? Donate to the organization?
You can do a Zelle to the Dubway Foundation at gmail.com. You can cash at me at the Real A Dub. It doesn't have to be money all the time. You can give resources, diapers, household items, food, clothing. I'm not out here to get rich off the community. So if it's a resource, you might have a resource and don't have a dollar. So any way you can give back to help the community.
Like that, they just need to slide the DM and link up with you.
I'm gonna put some gas in the truck. I'm gonna come to you if I need to. I'll meet you.
Okay.
Whatever I can for the community.
Come get it.
Yeah, whatever I got to do.
And y'all hear that, man? So you out here, you in the community, man, Mo City, Sugar Land, Fort Bend, H-Town. You want to donate to a good cause, a worthy cause from a solid individual, man, link up with the Real A-Dub. And look, this go for businesses too. Maybe you're a business out here, you got some sponsorship dollars you want to donate to a worthy cause. Like this that cause.
It's a tax write-off. It's official.
Yeah, it's official 501c3, and you got different events. So I think I passed by and saw, it wasn't Christmas. I think I saw Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we gave out turkeys.
Okay, yeah. So you're doing the Thanksgiving giveaway, Christmas giveaway.
Yeah.
And I feel like, hold on, I got notes right here. You did something for Easter too.
Yeah.
Right?
Big Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg hunt. And so these is annual events?
I do events almost every single month of the year.
Every single month. So 12 months, 12 events a year almost?
10 to 12 at the least. So every single holiday, I do random field days, fun days in the park, just to give these kids opportunity, number one, to come outside. They like coming outside. If they want to go outside, the parents have reservations because how dangerous these outside
dangerous ain't the same as like when we was outside.
Exactly. So I see no kids on the street these days, and it's disheartening. So I give them a safe environment with police prisons where they can have fun, receive resources, and you know that your kids are safe and you safe as well. So
man, what I need from you, fam, is the calendar of events for 2024.
Okay.
Make sure I get that.
I got you for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure I get that.
Yes, sir.
I'll post that on my site and then make sure I'm out there with the equipment and like make sure I'm there. Like ain't no reason why both series ain't gonna be present.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We, like I said, my studio here, you literally across the street at the park doing these events.
Yeah.
And so we'd be glad to pull up with a table, giveaway, whatever we gotta do.
I appreciate that, brother.
Live stream, like whatever we gotta do while we're there. And so make sure I get that calendar.
I got you, brother.
All right, so Dubboy Foundation, man. Y'all heard them, man. Y'all slide the DM, man. Donate. We looking for bread. We looking for resources, services, products, and good energy. Right. Like don't tap in with bad vibes, man. Keep that to yourself. Bro, y'all watching the Mo City podcast, man. I'm Chuck sitting here politicking with A-Dub, man. One of Mo City's finest, man. 105. Y'all stand up. So let's talk Inky Gang for a minute.
Okay.
I got a couple tests. I ain't inky. I got like 5. You know what I'm saying?
That's inky.
That's 5. I consider that inky. Like when you sleeved on both of them and your neck up here up to the beard, I consider that inky.
Okay. I'm gonna put you like this. Rick Ross, you consider him to be rich?
Rick Ross, don't consider him to be rich?
Yeah.
I think that's a fair assessment.
That's fair. Yeah. You consider Jay-Z to be rich?
Consider him to be wealthy?
He's still rich.
Yeah.
Even if it's beyond rich. So just because Rick Ross has less money don't mean he ain't rich.
Oh, no, they both rich.
It's relative, right?
Gotcha.
So if I'm inky, you inky.
I could dig that.
All right.
I could dig that. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna get with you. So you doing tats too?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
I got 2 orders though. They hard.
They hard?
Yeah. One on the south, one on the north side, Chapo and Ambition.
Okay.
Yeah. And they mobile too.
They mobile. So that's what I was gonna get. That's what I was gonna get into about Inky Gang. So talk to me about that. Is it like I wasn't sure what it was, if this was just like a group or if this was a tattoo business or if this was like, man, I'm not sure. So
this is where you find out.
So what's up with
Inky Gang? I started the idea in prison because I realized it's such a cultural thing in prison because we don't have anything to do a lot of times. And then when your soul is crying for expression, when you're behind the walls and there's no way to express who you are, how you feel, a lot of times guys just put that in their skin. There's a constant reminder of expression.
Soul is crying out for expression. And express yourself through artwork on the skin.
Yeah, so Inky Gang is a tattoo culture company. We're not just about tattoos because that's boring. You know, we've seen that with different ink conglomerates in the media. Tattoos in itself are boring, but Inky Gang for the culture is understanding the individuals behind the ink, like who you are as a person. Where I won't judge you because you have tattoos. You're well spoken. You're a businessman. You got a nice studio podcast. So I'm gonna see who you are behind the tattoo instead of saying you got tattoos, he can't be trusted, or he might be, affiliated with this or that.
This is you called it a culture. What'd you call it?
Tattoo culture company.
Tattoo culture.
So we have models, ambassadors, we have merchandise, we host events, we do upscale tattoo parties called Inky Links.
Okay,
it's a lot. We everything involved in the culture, so you can have insight. We got a lot of entrepreneurs involved, so you can see who a man is behind the tattoos. We got a brother here to support me today, Jeremy Axel. He tatted up, ain't he?
I see. Yeah, he Inky Gang as well.
And he's an attorney. He can get you out of jail, out of trouble. So, but if you just see it with tattoo, he just look like any other hoodlum on the street. Well-groomed hoodlum, but a hoodlum.
Well, unfortunately, in society's view, right? Yeah. Like, unfortunately, in society's view, I think us in the culture, we can look past it totally.
But that's what Inky Gang's purpose is, to make sure everybody can get past that, and not just a select few where you can see people behind it, where we can get a broader view on the individual. That's the purpose of it.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So all my folks who out there tatted who may be tapped in right now, you might want to follow Inky Gang. You know what I'm saying? Tap into the culture. Make sure your tats represent something and you represent something. Yeah, now, I could dig that. And I might just be interested personally in one of the you said y'all do the you said upscale tattoo. What was that?
Tattoo party.
Party, yeah. So I might get a group of people together because wifey was talking about getting some new ink. I'm trying to get some new ink, and so y'all pull up at the crib, something like that.
Yeah, Inky Link. So we've
Inky
done them in
links.
personal settings like lofts and homes, and we've booked venues. We've even done them at a couple of tattoo shops, which is not my preference because what's a tattoo party if it's at a shop?
Yeah.
But you're still getting those affordable tattoo party prices. I make sure of that. But yeah, it's just something different for the culture.
Okay, and so if anybody tapped in, wanted to take advantage of that same kind of call to action, just hit the DM,
reach out to me, or if
somewhere.
you're paying attention to the Inky Gang page, you're gonna see the artists on there. You can reach out to me. I'm gonna funnel all the traffic. I'm gonna work hard for mine. So
got you. Yeah. You looking for like new tattoo artists?
I'm always looking for artists. I'm looking for members. I'm always looking to broaden Inky Gang, the team.
Got you. That's hard, Inky Gang. And so just give me an example of an appearance. What that look like? Coming out with the models and we at the club.
We're at the club. We're having a good time. Everybody looking good. A couple of gentlemen, a lot of ladies, and we all just having a good time. We might have the merch on, we might not, but we represent Inky Gang. You're getting to see these good people, these fun people behind the tattoos.
Just learn something about the artist, spend some time with them.
Yeah, survive. Do giveaways.
Build some relationships.
Yeah, network.
Exactly. That's what's up, bro. A tattoo culture company. That's my first time hearing that. That's hard, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's hard. I wrote it down like that's hard. I was sitting here processing it after you said it. Like, hold on, what did he say?
Something different.
It was very different. No, that's hard, man. A-Dub, Inky Gang, the Dubboy Foundation. Man, I'm gonna keep going down my list. Let's talk music for a second, right? Okay. I'm into music, man. I've been rapping for a long time, ever since high school. I'm one of them guys who I rap under the name Poetic Prophet, right? Okay. And when I do rap, I choose to rap about my beliefs. Yeah. Right? And so talk to me about how long you've been in music, what type of music you make, and then let's start there. How long you been rapping, fam?
I've been doing music since maybe 05, maybe.
Okay, so senior year, coming out of high school. Yeah. I'm rapping now, freestyling, we doing something. Yeah. When did you first start recording? Like around that same time?
Around that same time. I never had a dream to do music. I always loved music. I prefer R&B growing up. Okay. And if it wasn't for guys like, Smurfzilla and Mike Hop and them doing music, my bro Mike Will, they was always rapping, arguing with each other and just, freestyling and that was like, child's play to me because I didn't have a dream for that, but I always loved the craft of it. So when I was in the streets bad, I ended up going to college. And
school you went to?
I went to Lamar University for about 3 months, so they'll hold against me. And I got kicked out of school, catching a felony charge then. And I went back to the city. I'm back in the streets. So now I'm kind of entertaining and writing raps with my homeboy.
So now you got more time.
Got more time. So, I'm running with J. Prince Jr. at this time, real tough. We teenagers, and I had a voice because to this day, I didn't have it. I wasn't good at rapping. I don't, they gonna hear this, but my homeboys wasn't that good either. So love y'all, man. We all ain't really have. Y'all was better than me for sure, though. Yeah. So make no mistake about that. But so they end up starting a company called Southern Empire and Rap-A-Lot, under Rap-A-Lot. So I'm writing raps.
Empire. Who's they? Like Junior or the guys you
Okay, the old man, righteously wanted his kids to have something in their name. So they created Southern Empire, which was a sister company of Rap-A-Lot. Okay. So it was all tied into one. And I was one of only 3 artists they ended up signing to Southern Empire in 05.
Signed to Southern Empire in 05.
So whatever I was doing, it was enough for them to like it. And I appreciate that to this day. And
that was like Houston-based company?
Yeah. So I went from being in the streets to now I'm working with every artist you can think of, several in the industry and just about every legend we have in Houston today. I've got records with everybody. So, and doing shows. So, that was a whole lot at 19 years old. Especially when
fresh out, especially after not what you expected in school, right? I'm back here, I'm dealing with that, and so all of a sudden I'm in this mood. Yeah. So, and this is you still going by A-Dub at this time?
Yeah. So I'm doing that. I'm running around. I'm traveling. I'm doing shows. I'm working. And it was a big thing. A-Dub was a big name. I was a C-list celebrity back then. So um it kind of slowed down because I'm still in the streets. So streets tend to overshadow everything good. So it's hard to have both at the same time. That's why a lot of rappers going to jail now. They can't have one without the other, and you have to separate the two.
And most rappers find that the challenge to separate the two. And the challenge coming to bread. It always fall down to the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, fast money come fast and it go fast.
Most serious.
And if you
something, boy,
it always come back to the bread. Like I call myself a former street nigga. You know what I'm saying? I spent a bunch of time out there with I was good with the grass. You know what I'm saying? And so
my biggest challenge was the money, and it's no fault of my own because I was taken care of. I didn't have to pay for anything, and I was taken care of. So a lot of people blame labels and blame everybody else, but it was my fault. But when I had a name in the street, so I was already popular. And
so dig this, fam. That's most of us in the Mo got that similar story, because the reality is, if you was in Huntsville 5 or Huntsville 1 and 2 and you was in the 90s, then your family was likely middle class or upper middle class. You know what I'm saying? And so whether you was a single parent home or both parents was there, if y'all was out here during that time, y'all wasn't poor, right? Like I wasn't broke. May not have had what you wanted, but you was taken care of, like you said. And so like just like we made choices to do street shit. You know what I'm saying? Made choices to kind of engage in the wrong activities, and you end up paying for it, even though ain't need to. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom looked at me like, why?
Yeah. And that's how it is a lot of times, but it's the world. It's the same places, like different hoods who are maybe a little less fortunate. When I realized, especially talking to brothers in prison, they don't consider most city the hood when it's very dangerous out here. And we have the necessities, but we didn't have a lot of the luxuries. But a lot of guys from the other hoods, they talk.
We had the luxuries,
but they had it. They talked about it. I had every pair of Jordans. I'm like, damn. So how was you poor? And I only had one pair of Jordans growing up. I had two for $89.99 Reeboks from Wieners. So how I was rich and you was poor when you had way more than I had, right? But it's a common misconception because you see them houses. I'm gonna say this right now, like I said before, apartments is not the hood.
No,
that's not the hood. A house is the hood. On Friday, those were houses, and the houses didn't look bad, did they, man?
No.
Like, and it was drug abuse, drive-by. That's the hood.
Big dogs. It was. Oh man, like it was. And then, like you spoke about earlier, we was outside then.
We was outside.
And so not only is it the hood, you can see people. Everywhere.
We got Section 8, Broadgate Townhomes.
Spend some time over there.
We got burglar bars.
Shout out to BG. Shout out to my homie Var. Shout out to the Everline twin brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to whole BG.
And a lot of our richest musical history comes out of Mo City. Facts. We got guys like Big T out of here, 3-2 the Governor, Trey, he from out here. Zero, and a lot of our rich history and music is out of Mo City. I don't care what they say. I know what's up.
Time at the Ridge.
I know
what's saying. like we've been out here. So we on the music. We talking about labels. You signed with Southern Empire in 05. Was that your first deal?
Yeah, that was my first deal, and it took my life to another level as far as being in people's faces. Because like I said, I was already popular in the streets, so it was an easy transition. Everybody knew me already, but musically, now I'm getting next to people that I grew up listening to when I'm traveling. So I'm being known other places. Different now. But the challenge was, I didn't have no money. It's hard when you got a magnifying glass on, you don't have no money. So imagine the crime I'm doing just to keep up.
So how frustrating is that, right? Because like you said, I'm touring. I'm doing songs with these people. Like I'm probably seeing the money. I ain't getting it though. You know what I'm saying? How that's most rappers still in the streets now because of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's frustrating because even if people don't know you suffering, you could,
because they think you up.
You could feel it. Everybody thinking I'm up, and I'm suffering because I'm spending every last dollar just to keep up. And now I'm hanging with people with real money, and I'm struggling to keep. I'm thankful that because of my popularity, a lot of things were given to me everywhere I go. The club,
out for you.
I'm not having to pay for anything anywhere I go. Studio time, beats, so that made it easy to keep up the facade. But it's difficult. You know, I represent the truth, even if it's against myself.
Exactly.
So I don't care about saying things like people would be ashamed of. That's just how it was, being on top of the world, not having a dollar. So that's extremely frustrating. But that's what I went through. That's what I went through.
And so you was able to get out of that deal. Did it expire, or how'd that end?
Yeah, it kind of you know, I'm signed to a friend of mine. So when things are not going typically the way we want it to go, and you know, we got a lot of variables in the middle, in a way. So I'm in the streets heavy. We're not being as effective as we could be. And I think something happened with the Southern Empire name, so I changed to Young Empire. I think there was a legal battle over there, but it's no way to hold on to it, because I ended up going to prison later on after that too. So it was just like that was a foundation musically for me, and it's good.
Gave you a taste of what the game could be.
Yeah.
Definitely gave you a taste of what the game could be. Okay, so fast forward 10 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Still making music. You just dropped something. So if y'all watching this right now, like go stream. We got Knew That Was You, and you got 2 singles. Those are 2 I had. I should have wrote down the features because they both got features.
Yeah, Knew That Was You featuring Darius J. I just dropped
Darius J.
The remix with Smurfzilla and Big Gang.
Okay.
And Like That featuring Lady Isis of Exotic Pop Music. So we just dropped them 2. I got a lot of stuff dropping the drop. We just gonna drop it.
Okay, so I was just finna ask, just releasing singles.
Yeah, we're gonna just release them. Yeah, we're gonna just drop them
instead of packaging something up. Well, not physically packaging something up, but instead of putting a body of work together.
I'm working on a Hood King EP right now, but like I record so effortlessly. So I just want to give you some list too, because I haven't been around a long time. So I want to give you these little small commercials so you know how I'm coming.
Got you. All right, that's what's up. So you just dropping what you got to well, we're at the end of the year now. So what's plans for next year? Keep dropping?
I'm gonna keep dropping. I'm thinking about dropping a project the first or second quarter of the year.
You got visuals for these too?
I got visuals for one. I need to shoot a visual for the next one too.
Okay. So the visual for which one?
Knew That Was You was on YouTube right now.
It's on YouTube right now? Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all go search that. Knew That Was You by A-Dub.
10 got me hit good, ride top down through this hood. All the little homies still rock with me, still moving fast like the cop coming. Chunk yo deuce, I'm a chunk back. Know I'm still down like a run flat. Big homie made it out the pen, I'm trying to win, trying to go back. Man, I need me a cool cup. Caught an old lady on the stoop up. I got a bad bitch, I'ma scoop up. Party in the car like a tour bus. Never let the homies get close to me. I seen a lot of things I should know from it. I'm an OG, I ain't no dummy. Know I'm inside like them foes coming. Know I'm inside like them foes coming. I'm on
featuring Darius J. Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out in a minute. Let me get up out of here. That's what's up, man. Let me hear, man. Mo City Podcast. Y'all know who I am. This Chuck, man. I'm in here with A-Dub, the real A-Dub. Yes, in case you don't know, Hunters Glen stand up. Shout out to everybody in HG5. Shout out to everybody from High Tower. Man, we in here just chopping it up, man, on some Mo City business, man. Dubway Foundation, man. Y'all tap in. We looking to really impact the community, man. All my tatted up folks, man. If you inky out here, you really want to tap in, man. Follow the whole Inky Gang movement, man. Going down. Tattoo culture company at its finest. Yeah. So before I get off of the music and kind of keep it moving, what's the goal, right? Obviously. And I say this because I make music, right? Okay. Like I got a bunch of music on Spotify. We got a label, Mo Serious Entertainment. Okay. We got artists, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we got a bunch of music streaming. We got Street Gospel coming in January. Y'all look out for that. And so but as a label owner, right? Okay. I know that ain't much money in music. Yeah. Right. Ain't much, especially with the current model. Yeah. Right, the model that Screwing them was following, that Swishahouse was following when stuff was pressed up, that was different. Yeah, hood millionaires just by hustling. Yeah, right. Yeah, it worked. But in today's model, it don't really work like that. Yeah. Right, you got to really finesse the digital strategy, and even then, like the digital streamers, the platforms, Spotify's, the Apples of the world, the 0.001 cents per stream. Yeah, don't really add up. Don't add up to nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so. I said all that to say, what's your goal for, right?
My goal with music is like my goal for anything. So I love music, but it's the music business for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I do has a purpose of making money and get me to the next plateau or getting me enough recognition where I can put my hands in other things. So music for me is a gateway to something else, and that's to something else. So I want to hopefully bring a sound that people can enjoy. I can be melodic. I want to be something refreshing that people can enjoy, and I can use the tracks from that to do other things, like I say with my foundation, with the Inky Gang. Everything has a purpose of building one another and building other things. Because our most successful artists in this world are not successful off of music.
Oh no, music just supports.
Exactly.
Music just supports, and then depending on your level of success, right? The show money is the main way most artists get money these days. And so if that's a goal, then you can kind of get cash flow in that fashion. But yes, as far as just like money from sales or whatnot, definitely got to use music to support other things. Yeah. So speaking of other stuff, what other stuff you into? Like you into any acting, any I'm finishing up a book, you writing something? I feel like you probably could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I have the intelligence and writing acumen to write a book. I'm not necessarily interested in that right now. That takes time and thought. I've been told I can do some acting, but I'm better as a natural human being. So if you put a camera right in my face, it might not be as fluid.
I gotta be playing A-Dub.
Yeah. I can't play nobody else. Like, who goes there?
I thought that at first till I got presented with the Mo City the movie script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How was that?
It was so honestly, this is and I had done some experience with some movies before, but this was my first time doing a movie where on the same day of the shoot, half the people there was their first time seeing the script, including me. Right?
How does that work?
Process that for a minute.
All right. I got it already. That's done.
Yeah. So just understand that's the dynamics. Don't nobody know what we finna say. Everybody kind of reading papers and kind of got the gist of the story, and so we following the script with like improv, right?
Yeah.
Then it's an unpaid gig, so everybody here on just volunteer time and trying to take advantage of the opportunity, right? It's an open casting situation, so if you hear, look, this is what we kind of hoping, we're trying to get it done in 2 weeks, and so can you commit to these days, these locations, and this character, right? And so when I got approached with it, matter of fact, Sid, let's see, Money hit me up. He was like, Chuck, bro, I need you to da with the movie. And I was like, fam, how you doing the Mo City movie, fam? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know nothing about it. And so he introduced me to Mo McCoy. Shout out to Mo McCoy.
Yeah.
He introduced me to him and don't forgive me, sister, for real, but I just forgot your real name. That's her IG name. But she was the writer. You know what I'm saying? So he brought them up here and they told me about it. It was like, oh, it's not a movie about Mo City. It's just a movie in the Mo.
I'm disappointed in that movie.
And it's just a movie in the Mo, and it's a story about a fictitious family in the Mo. So I was like, okay, so what y'all need from me? But then they say, well, we're looking for locations, we need actors, I said, well, let me get the soundtrack. No problem.
Yeah.
And y'all need me to play a businessman? Okay, I could do that. Back to the point you was making about acting. I was like, I could play a businessman and finesse most people because I am a businessman. I could do that. And so we ended up shooting it. Long story short, man, we finished up the first 2 weeks. Shout out to Leroy the Third. Shout out to Buka Cone.
That's my guy, Leroy.
Oh man, we had a bunch of good people the first go round. The problem was after the first shoot, bro, they lost over 2/3 of the footage. They lost over 2/3 of the footage, man. And so they ended up coming back to Houston to do the reshoot. And so half of the cast didn't come back because it was volunteer time. Like niggas was like, bro, I can't do that again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so half of the people did come back. We tweaked the script some, used the footage we had, shot new footage, and then Mo McCoy was able to go put it together. Right. And so that was the final.
How did it turn out? I didn't see it.
So the final was dope. We sold out Star Cinema Grill twice.
I heard about that.
My honest opinion, and Mo don't be mad. I told boys, I said, man, I would have gave it. What was my Rotten Tomatoes score? It wasn't 100 just because, and I think my opinion was biased because I was looking at the final and I know what we had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was looking and then I scored it. You know what I'm saying? And so I did all of that. So I'm looking at it like from a really judgmental perspective.
Yeah.
All my partners was like, Chuck, that was dope. Bro, that came out hard. That was fun.
Okay.
It was funny. It was this, it was that. The story was interesting. Like I said, we had to tweak the script and so But it was a cool film, dope project. I had fun doing it. Supposed to hit Tubi first of the year. And
Oh,
so
that's cool.
yeah, be on Tubi so you can go watch it and then hit me back and let me know what you think about it.
Right.
I'll be on Tubi first of the year. And so yeah, to answer your question, experience was dope. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned that niggas can put out a movie with no budget.
Yeah. I saw it.
I seen it. I was part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I did my part. Did the graphics. Like I said, scored it. I did the soundtrack. Soundtrack available now. Wherever you stream music at, go search Mo City the movie. Shout out to Smurf. Smurf gave me a song on the soundtrack.
Okay, cool.
Smack Water on the soundtrack. Hire KO, D-Lo on the soundtrack.
DeLorean.
Yeah. I got music on the soundtrack.
Cool.
Shout out to Bruce. Shout out to Leader Stacks. Soundtrack hard, fam.
Yeah, okay.
Whisper St. James. Shout out to Ghetto Twins and K-Lo, Fox 38. Like, soundtrack cool. Hard. Most of the movie soundtrack available now. Shameless plug. So yeah. With that, like it's opportunities in it, right?
Yeah.
What's in it for me is like I'm working on a new script right now. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
The kind of concept of it. Okay. But I'm working on a script right now just because I got a bunch of stories. I know a bunch of people who've been through stuff. I hear a bunch of stories. Yeah. And I done seen, I ain't gonna say easy, but I done seen how not difficult it was to really do it.
Yeah.
Right. And if I could apply a little bit more resources, I feel like, okay,
you can pull it out,
crank it out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And especially with all the platforms available
everybody
now.
Doing, and they say Tubi paying real good.
You know what I'm saying? If your numbers,
they paying real good.
They paying higher than Spotify.
Yeah.
They paying higher than Amazon. Yeah. They paying higher than Apple Music, right? And so if I'm gonna take the same amount of energy, the same resources to put an album together, I might as well put this 2-hour short film together, 90-minute short film together.
Yeah. Never know.
And run the play, right? And so anyway. Back to you. I know you said you really wasn't into some acting, but other than the music and kind of the philanthropic kind of opportunities, what else you into, man?
Personally or business-wise?
Business-wise first.
Business-wise, I'm just figuring it out as I go, like letting the how reveal itself in the process of me just grinding. Whatever comes my way, you know, if I'm interested, if I see it can bear fruit, then I'm involved with it. I'm trying to focus on my main three, my star lineup. So
what's the star lineup?
Inky Gang, the Dubway Foundation, and now this music. So
okay, so now let me just be a little note. I'm a business guy, right? Inky Gang, Dubway Foundation, that's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Right? Then you got Inky Gang, which is more of a culture type company, and then you got the music. And we just said niggas don't really eat off music.
Not at all.
But you're looking good, you're smelling good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that lead me down to the Inky Gang. You know what I'm saying? In reference to
now we can't take the Dubway off the table. It's a nonprofit, but there is money allotted to.
No, facts, you know, facts. Because a bunch of nonprofits, they got to survive.
That's a bag. It's a bag too. Yeah. That's a bag too. But Inky Gang is like I do so many events.
Okay.
So many parties, you know, and I may get paid 3 or 4 different ways off one party or one event. You know, from this percentage from this, from the artistry, this. So
depending on the structure of the event, it might be dough, might be bar, might be a number of things.
Yeah,
just depending.
So, and have allotment from the Dubway Foundation, everything I give to the community. So I have some for me and mine too. So same way with the government. When I get my funding from the government, I'll have a payroll where I can pay stipends to people that help out and you know, have myself a pay. So it's a nonprofit, but you know, that's
but structured the right way. Just like you know, at the end of the day, my church is nonprofit, but you know, I get a salary from them.
Yeah.
My pastor get a salary from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm media director, so I'm there every Sunday running audio, video, doing all this here, creating announcements, live streaming, all of that. And so, nonprofit company, you know what I'm saying? Nonprofit organization,
no doubt.
But you get a stipend.
Yeah.
And so I totally get it, fam. So speaking of church, bro, let's talk. Yo, rep the movement with Mo Serious Fashions. Copy a fresh snapback or hoodie or a tee. All represent the Mo City Podcast, Debate with Bake, or Gloves Up, Guns Down. Everything is custom made with love from our top-notch manufacturers. We got a dope range of colors and sizes to fit your vibe. Everything from blue, red, green, black, white, and more. Rep the Mo and keep it fresh, fam. Hit up moseries.com/merchandise and order today. Let's go. In the church, bro. Let's talk spirituality for a second. Right?
Okay.
Like I'm Team Jesus.
Okay.
I believe he died and rose. What say you?
I don't have a belief system
to
this day. Let me explain, because people shun that, but I'm not an atheist. People call me that sometimes.
No, atheist defined as somebody who don't believe in God.
Exactly, right? And I don't believe or disbelieve. I just don't know. So this what happened to me. I grew up a Christian household. My mother went to Bride Chase Church right there in Bridegate.
Okay.
My dad went to Holy Family Catholic Church down the street by the Annex building. So I grew up in that way because that's all I know. So our belief systems come from our condition, our upbringing. Because if you grow up somewhere else in the world, it's different. Right? It's what you taught. So we're not born with a natural inclination towards God or Jesus or any religion in this world. We are conditioned and taught by people that raised us. So when I got to prison, I had a partner of mine named Herb at the Southwest. He got a life sentence, so shout out to him. Hopefully he see light one day. He was a Muslim, and he would always tell me, read the Quran, read the Quran, read the Quran. So me, being a Christian, I'm like, nah, I'm not
reading it.
I'm not reading it. I'm shunning it. But that's the problem. Even Jesus said, study and show thyself approved. We're not made to put a ceiling over our head and never care about any knowledge around this world. Studying is not just for the Bible, because the Bible didn't exist in Jesus' time. We talking about 2,000 years old.
He was talking about study. Period.
As we all understand. So, writing been around for 6,000 years. The Bible 2,000 years old. The Quran 1,500. That's a small history, right? So I wouldn't touch it. And then one day I said, let me read. I read something. It said, your fate is fastened around your neck. And when I read that, it made me think. And I've been sober 10 years and 2 months to this day, right? I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. When I drink, I don't drink to get drunk.
Got out and just was like, I ain't even. Yeah.
I did this my first year incarcerated.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 months in, I gave up substance for the rest of my life.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, once you got out, it was like, even though now it's obviously more opportunistic and more plentiful, right? A lot changed in the time period.
Still don't do it.
Man, that's hard, man.
When I read that, it made me think about it. I self-reflected, like, man, I've been making excuses all my life for all the trouble I've been into. When they say your fate is fastened around your neck, I mean, you're responsible for what you go through.
Thanks.
It's your fault. You did that. When it go bad for you, then you feel like the world is punishing you. You did that. Yeah, so I like the accountability that the Muslims had. And he would never see me convert to Islam. Before we separated and we went to 2 different prison units. But I ended up converting to Islam by way of the Nation of Islam for several years. I was the head of a community on the unit. So, and as I'm
rock with the nation, man.
Yeah, as I could. My uncle was Nation of Islam. So my dad's oldest brother, Joe. So now I have more accountability. So now my walk is different. I'm not putting on somebody else. I'm not saying, because even with the Christians, I respect our religion. Like, if anything keep you doing right, so I'm not against you or anybody else. But it's not for, if you believe Jesus died for your sins, that's your belief. It's not for you to do anything you want to do in this world and sow evil all around this world and say, well, he died for my sins, so I'm good.
Oh, facts.
Or say, man, God know I'm messed up. You know I'm messed up.
God know my heart.
He know my heart. That's a cop out.
It's a huge cop out.
Because if you don't take responsibility and put on somebody else, now some people say, if he died for my sins, then I'm gonna be a good steward of that by doing it right.
Well, that's what you ordered to do.
That's what you're supposed to do, right? but let's be real. How many people doing that, right? That's... So as I'm studying history now, I'm sitting in the cell, I'm reading. I'm in the history, world history, African history. When I'm studying different theology and different cultures around the world, now I'm getting away from Islam now, because I'm like, okay,
you realizing it's just a belief.
Yeah, and it all come from the same place.
Was
Trickles
one
down.
God, one faith, one baptism.
So
like regardless of
so it's like these are different perspectives all around the world. So who is right? If I go 9,000 miles across the water and they believe something else, are they wrong? That's the only thing they ever known. Are you wrong to them? Because that's what you know. And I got away from religion altogether because I know where it come from, and I don't necessarily need that. I'm gonna do right for the sake of doing right. So I got away from it.
So look, my bro Ando, who just hit me, I'm gonna hit him back in a minute.
Okay.
I'm only really bringing this up because me and him were just having the same discussion about religion and about Ando say, Chuck, everything what say, Chuck, all facts ain't true, right?
Mm-hmm.
All facts ain't true. And I was like, what you talking about, fam? He's like, just because somebody call it facts don't mean it's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he went to the exact same thing you just said, which made me think of that. He said, bro, you can go talk to another religion on the other side of the world, right? And they're going to tell you what they believe is the truth. And they're going to give you facts that they believe are facts to back up their truth, right? Then you can come over here and Chuck, I can sit and talk to you and you're going to give me facts to back up what you believe is true, right? And then he said, you can go do this with every religion.
Yeah.
And so just know that all facts ain't true, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you said that, it made me think about that conversation. Ando, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him a quick plug, man. If y'all just looking for somewhere to get snacks out here right now, they just opened up Snow Dreams, Mo City.
Okay.
Right there, in the where the Sugar Rush was at, right there in the same strip center as the Shipley's Donuts.
Okay.
Snow Dreams, Mo City location. They open right now with everything in there, fam.
There's a bunch of snacks,
snow cones, funnel cakes. Go for the funnel cakes, fam.
So that mean Ando, that mean he need to come be a vendor at the next Dubway event too.
Oh, he there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I need that calendar because I'm gonna plug in my network of people. You know what I'm saying?
I have for you this week too. I'm gonna put it together and have it for you this week.
I'm gonna plug in my network of people. We're gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all right, so you was telling me that because of being kind of born into Christianity, spending some time incarcerated, learning about Islam, then kind of educated some more, and now you're like, you know what? I just try to do good.
Yeah, because I went for the what we call universal truth, right?
I heard of that.
These are facts that we all can agree on. 2 + 2 is 4, universal truth. Anywhere in the world, it's the same thing, right? Black, color white, color blue. So I try to base my knowledge and understanding on facts that we can all agree on.
Okay.
So when I learned about religion, when I started studying religion, so I realized most people with a religion or belief system know very little about what they believe.
Facts.
And
that's why it's so easy to control people with religion.
Exactly. The Book of Eli taught you that. When they was hunting down and getting whooped by Denzel, the man said, why are we paraphrasing, why are we getting messed over by this man because you want this book so bad? He got upset. He said, because I know what it can do. It controls the people. I know what it can do.
Yeah.
And that's powerful, the means of control, but it's like, I don't mind being questioned on anything I say. It's no question you can't ask me. I don't have no secrets. I'm going to stand on my truth, good or bad. But a lot of people you can't question, whether it's a business acumen, whether it's their religion, or whether I say, who is Chuck? A lot of people can't answer that question. Who are you? It's hard to answer. I'm a real nigga. Like, it's hard.
Or people, and that come from like past traumas. Right, that come from people not being taught that, especially if I'm dealing with our culture, that come from lack of fathers. Right, this is a reason why certain cats don't know their
simply
purpose.
Ignorance, or not being able to articulate what's in their heart and their mind, and they just can't answer. So, if I ask you, Chuck, where does your religion come from? Where's your belief system come from? Can you answer that?
Well, I could tell you I was definitely introduced to it as a child, right? I was raised in it.
Not where you got it, the origin of the whole belief system.
The origin of my belief system.
You know where you got it from, mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever it was, right? I mean, the origin of it. How do we have a Christianity? How do we have a Bible, a Jesus, a Moses? Do you know where it come from?
You talking about as far as the geographic area and the timestamp?
Not the geographic.
Or you talking about like the lineage of the 12 tribes? Like
the whole concept of the belief system. The tribes and the people, or the geographical, like these are places and people.
Yeah, but
I'm saying the concept of your religion, of Christianity, as a faithful Christian, where does that come from?
It comes from the belief that Jesus Christ.
No, that's the doctrine. What's the origin of when it has to have a beginning? The Bible's 2,000 years old, right? A little over. We in a common era right now, or AD. You know, BC is before
Christ. Well, that's what I call it. It's really not
that's a nickname.
Yeah,
but it's really before the Bible, right?
Or something like that.
It's before the Bible. So you know, the
AD would be after he died.
Yeah, or the common era, CE, which is mean if we in 2024, the Bible is roughly 2,000 years old, right? So anything BC, if it's 4,000 BC, that's 6,000 years ago, right? So do you know where the religion came from? The doctrine, the concept, everything, the story, do you know where it even came from?
I know what history tells me that it came from.
What does it tell you?
Well, it tells me that God was the creator. It tells me that, you know, what my belief is that he was the creator and he knew that we would need a savior, right? And so he created a plan for eventually that savior to come through, be a virgin, right? And so that's kind of the story. The story.
See, you gave me the story. This is interesting. You gave me the story, but still not the origin. You could say, I heard Chuck.
So define origin. And I know what origin means, but I feel like I'm misinterpreting right now.
Origin is the beginning. That means where.
So in the beginning, like God created the heavens and the earth.
We know about a cell phone, how to work it, but we know something took place in 1971. We know the origin of the whole concept idea for a mobile device, right? So when it comes to Christianity, it has an origin. Islam, Buddhism, it has an origin. Now, because we have the story, but who thought about the book? So the origin is, and this is something you can verify, Christianity is a mixture of the Jewish law from the Torah or the Old Testament.
I agree.
And paganism.
I agree.
And paganism is really supposed to be against the religion. So what happened in Rome, Roman Catholic, Constantine, and his land was like America at that time, the power. So when his land was getting big, he had the new Christian religion flourishing and spreading.
And so this is what you represent as the origin.
Yeah, we get to the origin of the religion, because you know Jesus is not a religion, God's not a religion. These are things made by man for practice, right? A code,
control and power and stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm just talking about the religion, not the people. So now they worship the sun god, Amen Ra. How we get the word Amen? How Sunday we get the word Sunday. The reason why the Sabbath went from Saturday to Sunday, that's the sun god, Amen Ra. That's who they worship in Rome, right at that time. To keep them from beefing, he made sure that he mixed the two. He mixed the Jewish law and paganism together and made Christianity that way. And before he died on his deathbed, he converted over to Christianity. That's why, although the Bible says not to decorate a tree,
not to cut it down and decorate it,
we celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Easter, which is really a goddess that came down in the form of an egg. We teach our kids that these eggs, these bunnies laying eggs.
I think that's part of it, right? Because I was having this discussion on Gloves Up, Guns Down with OG Johnny Binder, right? Mr. Jeremiah. Like, I produce his podcast. We live in here every week. Matter of fact, he's gonna be here later today for his 6 o'clock, right?
Okay.
And so and one thing I was telling him was that you absolutely right? And he was saying the same thing. And I was like, it's on us on if we continue that level of education. Right? Like I can tell my grandson about Saint Nick or Santa Claus, who was also a pagan identity named after somebody else, or I can help him understand that this season we in right now is really about a man I believe in named Jesus. Right? It's on how I choose to educate him.
And that's how I look at it. Where it come from, I don't agree with religion, period. But
me either. I'm not.
My
relationship.
My dad is a faithful Christian. We have a lot of uncomfortable conversations because he has a lot that he believes, and I have a lot that I actually know. Those two cause a lot of argument, because if you talk about how you feel, but only I know where it come from. I know more about what you believe than you do, so that causes friction. But I also we smooth it over by saying at the same time, if that's what makes you the man you are, the great man you are, and you doing right, then I'm all for it, for Christianity. So it's not that it's a bad thing, it's where it comes from. Horus and Isis, we talking about African kings and queen pharaohs who had their children bring dead people and usher them so they can judge them. That's how we get our heaven and hell and judging the dead. These come from African myths that trickle down our entire religions. Do you know the what language was the New Testament written in?
Which version? Arabic.
No, that's the old Testament. That's the Torah. It's Arabic and Hebrew. The New Testament is Greek, right?
Written in Greek.
Greek, okay. Right? So let me tell you a story that came out before Jesus' story. It's Greek. You know, the Greeks were responsible for a lot of myths. And
a bunch of gods and all of those.
And tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You familiar with Hercules, right? Hercules had no father. God, or Zeus, which was the king of the gods, so he considered the ultimate god, came down to earth in the form of a swan.
In fact, when you search God, they show you
it's a Greek word, Zeus. But it's a Greek word. That's why God is a Greek word. We act like it's a name, but it's just a Greek word for that type of being. So he came down to earth in the form of a swan and you know, had a child with a virgin. And he took himself right back up to Mount Olympus, left her by herself. And she had a child. They didn't understand how you pregnant. You don't have a man. You ain't having sex. She birthed a half man, half God. A child is supposed to save the world. They're stronger than everybody else. And he went on to be a strong man and he saved everybody. Hercules was a hero. Now Jesus.
Same story.
Same exact story. That came after Hercules. They talk about a couple of gods in the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it for you.
Yeah, they do. No,
but this something people don't talk about in church because you got to explain yourself. It's hard to explain.
And so, you know, that's why
same story though, right?
Yeah, same story.
But Hercules was first.
The
Greeks.
No, and so, you know, that's one of the reasons why I don't ever close my mind to other information.
You know
what I'm saying? And not just that, that's one of the reasons I prefer to worship at smaller churches.
Yeah.
Only because what I've learned, like I want to give a shout out to Kingdom Life Central, Pastor J Dab, as my partner.
Yeah.
And he one of the ones who's like, we finna dive into that part. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to keep y'all cool so y'all can pay.
He's unorthodox.
No, he's very unorthodox.
And that's my thing. It's about opening your mind, bro.
You got to.
Not to take away from what you believe, because I can go sit in church right now and go to church and still appreciate and get goosebumps because the story of the Christ of Jesus is still so much you can learn from that and model yourself after. So whether Jesus was real or not, because one thing about me, you're going to learn right now, I'll never tell you what you believe is wrong or that anybody you believe in is not real, because I'm wiser to say I just don't know. I don't say, man, God ain't real because I don't know. And if I don't know, I will never tell you nothing against what you believe. Never. I'm riding for you.
Well, and not just that. The reality is, you know what you know, and you got your own experiences. Right. Yeah. And as men, I think this is the challenge most men of our age have, right? They can't look at each other and accept what the other nigga's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without being offended.
Even if we don't agree.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm there in life now.
Yeah.
Like you'd ask me
that's why
20 years ago when it was on and cracking. Yeah.
We arguing.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, you know what? I ain't got time for that. I'd rather see you win, even if we disagree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Than beef.
Because if we disagree, we can agree to disagree. Or I could say, I don't necessarily agree, but I could see where you're coming from. Or I could say, if we disagree or not, the man you are is what I respect. So whatever you're doing is working.
And that's what I told my OG. Yeah. If I told Johnny Bond, I say, bro, I'm open enough to know that I can learn from it. And back to the kind of origin stuff, right? When I'm looking at, like I just was talking about a book. Yeah. I'm writing a book right now. It's called Dreams to Reality. It's just about done. I'm literally working on illustrations right now because I'm trying to release a coloring book with it, right?
Yeah.
But it's a story on the life of Joseph.
Yeah.
Covered his life from ages 17 to 40 because I feel like he went through everything we go through today as black men.
Yeah.
Over 2,000 years ago. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? False imprisonment, first documented rape charge, probably, you know what I'm saying? And all of these things getting sold out by your brothers and still becoming ruler, right?
Yeah.
Dreams still being accomplished. So my book is about him and how we can apply his lessons, right? I said that to say, one of his brothers, and his father was Jake, his brothers went on to start the whole Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? And his other brother went to go start a whole nother line of beliefs and religions. And they all worship the same God. And so even though they was worshiping differently, right? These people was praying 3 times a day. They was doing these things. These people was doing mandatory sacrifices. They was all worshiping the same God.
Because it's all what they consider to be the creator, the power.
Exactly.
So it's all the same thing, whether you do a monkey, a person,
whatever
elephant,
your deity is.
But it's all the same concept around the world.
And so it's interesting. I appreciate you sharing that, fam.
And I appreciate you allowing me to share it comfortably.
No, look, I told you I'm open like you. I'm open, right? Like I can tell you schooled me. Matter of fact, if you watching this right now, I don't care if you listening to this on wherever you listen to podcasts, you watching this on YouTube. If you was familiar with the Greek story about Zeus coming down, because homie just schooled me, post in the comments. Let me know when you learned that, and post a link. Let me read up on it. Because like I said, I'm familiar with a bunch of Greek gods. We got for being educated, right? And so that's a chapter, you know what I'm saying? And so
the closed mind would not even make a connection to the two. No, I love Hercules cartoons, movies growing up, because it's like, damn, he's an extra strong human being, like Superman. But we had never made the connection. Like, this is the exact same story. Exact same story, because when your mind is closed, you won't see it any other way. You won't see it any other way. You know.
Man, hold on, man. Y'all watching the Mo City podcast, man. I'm Chuck. That's A-Dub, man. One of the Mo City's finest, man. We're in here just really politicking and open up my mind to some stuff. So let me keep going. Let me dive deeper, because you there with it. Okay. You deal with like investing, you into crypto and investing in finances or anything like that?
My little brother, he's a computer engineer. And he got me into stuff like that when I came out from prison. My first thing I invested in was called, I just put up on my Robinhood. I get back to that, but I put $30 on. I'm a day out of jail, right? So I put $30. I don't even know where I got the $30 from to this day. And that was in February 2021. In April, 2 months later, that $30 turned to $600. It had a spike, and I pulled out $500.
This had to be GameStop or
no, this is 2021.
21.
Yeah, on Robinhood.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what stock it was.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Because I won on the GameStop. That's what really got me into it. Like I was into it, but I'm in marketing. Most of my experience is in like building websites and graphics and video editing. But I jumped into the Robinhood and tried to get into the crypto stuff.
Dogecoin.
Okay.
Dogecoin. And I
went on the Dogecoin.
And I took 500. I was already headed to Miami too. And I just took 500 and went to Miami and left me about 200 in there. But that's when I got my first taste of for $30. I made 500. So people I know that had 500 in there we talking about bands that went up overnight.
Oh, so dig this. I got a partner right now from Deuce Glenn. I didn't put his business out there, but he dropped 5 bands on Bitcoin before the boom.
Ooh.
Yeah, he up right now.
I know it. Life changing.
Life changing. Like get your mama new crib changing and just invest in some other business changing stuff. Like he up right now. So I try to dabble with it. I got a bunch of I'm gonna say scared investor almost. Like I got a bunch of accounts, but I ain't just like all of them $30. I'm put 30 in this one, 50 in that one, 40 in that one.
But you know what? I'm about to get some Walmart. They 154 right now. But if I would have got some 6 months ago before they remodel, Walmart look like Academy or something now. So that's something to tap into. A couple of shares of Walmart.
Yeah, and then you want the safe ones. Shout out to the homie Wall Street Trapper. You know the FinCom, right? Financial, fintech stuff. So PayPal's, the all of those.
They always gonna evolve.
They're gonna always grow, and then even the big companies, right? The Nikes, the Microsofts, like they're gonna always
Yeah.
they ain't gonna ever experience a huge drop. You know what I'm
never,
saying?
No.
So,
They've been going too strong for too long.
Too strong for that, bro. Man, that's what's up, fam. So
like that.
Got him out here, bro, doing a little bit investing, working on the music. New music coming next year. So they gonna just keep dropping. I see it going through my notes here. Man, you blessed me with the Greek story. I'm gonna go back and research that.
Oh man, we're gonna sit one day and chop game. I'm gonna put you on a lot of information.
Oh man, we need to, bro. We need to.
And it's gonna be something factual that the world can agree on. I'm never gonna give you rhetoric or opinion or concept or theory unless we want to get on theory, because I got a lot of theories too. They're just entertaining for the mind. It's not nothing we can argue about, because
it's a theory.
It's not proven. Like
it's literally a theory. You know what I'm saying? And so I get it. So dig this.
Men's Fragrance, your home for 100% authentic men's cologne. We carry high-end fragrances like Creed, YSL, Gucci, Polo, and more with below retail prices. All orders come with free shipping. Order online at men's-fragrance.net. Men's Fragrance. Smell good for less.
Dig this. I like to wrap up each podcast with a segment called Words and Thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say a word and you kind of share with me the thoughts that word gives
okay.
me. And then we'll get up out of here, bro. So first word I got on here is love.
Love is it's a dynamic word that means it's a word that's different for every single human being. Despite it has its own definition that's concrete, but anybody who asks about love, they're gonna give you a different definition.
That's why it's on here, because everybody's response be different.
Yeah, it's different every time.
I say it's a different for everybody. Got a different version of love. Next word would be trust.
Trust. People say trust is earned, but I think you can give trust without a person earning it. I think they can lose it. They can lose it. You don't really have to earn a trust, because you can finesse trust.
Mm-hmm.
I can make you think I'm trustworthy, but if you just give me your trust, I can lose it easily, and then it's over with.
And the reality is, yeah, most people, I'm likely gonna trust you upon first meeting. I don't got no reason not to trust you. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody gave me some info ahead of time.
Then if I have that, then
But all right. So how you feel about money?
Money is necessity.
Necessity.
It's a necessity.
You got to have it. Family.
Family, that's a good one. Because the right kind of family will be a foundation and be a building block for everything in your existence. But some people don't have great families, so family don't have much of a meaning when it's not a good family. Some people get messed over the most by their family.
By their family.
Yeah, and there's so much distrust and dishonor in family. So the word family doesn't, make me feel like, I got a good family, but
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, some people I know people that don't have good families, and like you said, that's something that's different too, according to your experience.
So, and I kind of skipped over this, but it came back up. You just kind of started a new family, right? I think I seen something online. You
I'm married.
Just got married recently. Last year, year before?
I got married March 13th of 2022.
Okay, yeah, 22.
Yeah, so, and I just had a daughter. I had a daughter almost 8 months ago. She about to be 8 months old. I have 2 sons.
Okay.
And yes, I have a new family, and I'm thankful for it. That's my foundation.
Exactly.
That's giving me a lot of purpose. Be honest.
I know how old are your sons?
My oldest is 15, and I have a 10-year-old be 11 in January. So
10, 15, and 8 months. God bless you.
Imagine that. So
look, so I'm in a stage of my life now where I'm empty nest. Right,
yeah.
Like my daughter driving home right now from Baton Rouge. She's a senior in college. You know what I'm saying? She go to Southern. She's finna be here for the next 2 weeks for holiday break before she go back.
That's cool.
And other than that, it's just me and wifey at the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's my youngest daughter. My second oldest daughter. She 23.
Yeah,
she working, doing her thing.
So y'all got a lot of peace.
Oh yeah, we grinding. Right?
Y'all want to babysit 8-month-old?
So I got a 4-year-old grandson. You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
I got it, man. That's another. He when he come through, he wreck shop at the house.
Yeah.
We both be tired.
Yeah.
And then we send him home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now we gonna pass on the baby.
Okay. I just, I had to shoot
we
out
gonna
there.
pass on the babysitting fair, but stay strong, obviously. And baby girl, that give you a whole new purpose for grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just something about little girls.
Yeah.
It's just different.
And it's delicate because that's a different kind of raising. You understand it already. You raise
2 girls, man. Yeah.
2 girls is to be 2 women. Is one driving home from college, so they good women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm looking forward to be saying the same thing. My daughter's driving home from college and doing well.
Well, luckily you at an age now where you can definitely be more mature, more responsible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for mine, like I was 19.
So you were still
They came up through the struggle with me. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole
They came up through the struggle with me. I told my bro BJ, I said, man, well, he said, and I agree. It was like, at this age, if I could have another one just to be rich so they wouldn't have to struggle, I would. Just because mine, they know the struggle well. You know what I'm saying?
But that's gonna make them some of the best women in the world.
Oh, facts. They know.
From enduring that and going through that. Mm-hmm. That's a different type of understanding.
Way different type.
Yeah.
They got a totally different appreciation.
Uh-huh.
All right, last word I got on here, fam, is support.
We're nothing without it. You have to have support. No man or woman is island unto themselves. If we don't have the support of people, we don't have people that believe in us, invest in us, we have nothing. We have nothing. Support is everything. You know, ego will tell you I don't need nobody to support me. That's people hurt because they're not being supported. That's how valuable support is. So I need people to support me, please. Straight up,
man. That's what's up, bro. Boys, they support is one thing everybody need, man. I could dig that, man. So before we get out of here, I'd like to do this. If you could kind of look that way, man, and leave us with something inspirational. Something that the people gonna see. Obviously, it's a podcast, right? So they may watch this, they may hear this later, right? But if you can, close us out with something inspirational.
I'm gonna leave it like this. As long as you have life and opportunity, it's never over for you. I've known men to be gone 20, 30 years of their lives and come out from prison. I've known people overcome diseases, misfortune, losing everything. I lost almost a decade of my life in prison. As long as you have life, you have opportunity, it's never over. Don't give up. It don't matter about how old you are. You just need to keep on going at it. Never give up, because you'll see your day if you keep on. If you quit, you'll never know what could have happened.
If you quit, you'll never know what could have happened. If you quit, you'll never know what could have happened, man. I might put that on the t-shirt. Bro, this has been a pleasure, fam.
Man,
straight up.
Brother,
it's been a pleasure, bro.
I could never expect it, bro.
Yeah, it's been a dope conversation. I love the vibe, you know what I'm saying? We were standing on some real Mo City business in here today. Man, Hunters Glen 5, y'all stand up. Got a Mo City legend in here, man. Y'all been tuned into the Mo City podcast. I'm Chuck. That's the real A-Dub. Y'all know what it is. Like, subscribe, and follow. Tap in later. We out.